to deal with the Ciara situation again. Okay, here we go. We have Ciara once again. She is out here showing scattered ass. All right. Why does she continue to go for the attention? Why does she continue to embarrass Russell Wilson? What is embarrassing Russell Wilson? Because a lot of women don't get it. A lot of women will look at this and be like, "Hey, just let her be her, and she's this." Okay, why does this look so embarrassing to Russell Wilson? This is why it looks so embarrassing. Because you left Future to take on a better life because you thought Future was thugged out. So you ran to Russell Wilson, which gave you the look, gave you the fame. He's a good, clean guy. You know, he stepped up to be a stepfather pretty fast. You know, so she created an image to hide from the image that she had with Future to make her life look more clean. But it seems like she kept the for the streets mindset that she had with Future. Well, actually, when she was with Future, she was more clean than what she's ever been. And it seems like since she got with Russell Wilson, she's been out here being more liberated, if you ask me. She was way cleaner whenever she was with Future. She was the good girl. But then she gets with Russell Wilson. Now all of a sudden, she's out here dressing like this for attention. Granted, it's Hollywood. But what she has is she has the bug. And the bug is what a lot of these women have now, is the addiction to attention. Attention is a bigger drug than drugs itself. That's why I tell a lot of you guys, you got to get out here and you have to get into the streets. You have to be able to have street smarts nowadays in order to be in a relationship with a woman so you can understand what's her biggest addiction. And if you look at Ciara, her biggest addiction right now is going to be attention. But what you got to realize is as well, what makes these girls so thrown off is the fact that all the younger girls now can outshine them. Girls like Ciara are really feeling it whenever they go look at Instagram and they're like, hey, that next Instagram model girl is going to have the one up on me. So I got to get the one up over her because there's a star right around the corner. Let's see what else this article has to say. Go down. Granted, she's pulling it off for her age now. I'll clap cheeks. Like, I ain't going to lie to you. I'll clap them cheeks. All right. Okay. The conversation began after Ciara, occupied by her husband, Denver Broncos quarterback Russell Wilson, hit the red carpet at the Vanity Fair party. While Russell certainly looked snazzy in his suit, Ciara stole the show by stunning and donning a dress that left a little to the imagination. They're absolutely right. He's sitting there looking like he's supposed to be looking. She's showing scattered ass. She's showing the butt too. You know what I mean? Why does Russell Wilson allow this? This is why Russell Wilson allows this. Russell Wilson was the nice little beta male, straight edge. You got to realize he was a virgin. He was a virgin. That was his big promotion. He's a virgin, clean cut. He's waiting to marry. He's a bigger man because he took on a responsibility as the stepdad. But when it's all said and done, Russell Wilson was one of those dudes that never got the women. Like, when it's all said and done, he never has the women. And this is what a lot of guys that don't get the women are going to go through as they start to work to become successful and you start to attract those girls that you liked in high school. Ciara is a high school girl. When Russell Wilson sees her, he's like, hey, in high school, I wanted a girl like this. So when you start making the money and girls like this come around you, he thinks, all right, this is my dream girl. And the reason why this is his dream girl is because these are the type of women that he fantasized whenever he was back in high school. So when these type of guys get with the woman, he feels the woman is more valuable to him. That's what you have to realize. We can say he's a simp. Yes, he is a simp. But this is what simps do. This is what weaker men do, is that they get with a woman that they can put on a pedestal because they think they have something that someone else wants. True. Do guys really like Ciara? Yes, they do. But her beauty takes away from his respect. That's what the woman does to a man like Russell Wilson. It devalues him, but to him, he's saying, this girl is giving me value. That's the difference. Simps always think the woman they got is valuable. That's why they're with them. But what they're not understanding is her actions are devaluing you as a man. Because for you to have all that money and for you to be looked at as a dominant to society, they're trying to place him in that dominant role and still have a woman out here doing the same shit as this street shit. She's still out here doing the same thing as college girls on spring break. And she's supposed to be a respectable woman who's rich, has money and leadership, but you still have to resort to doing spring break chick shit. Okay, that makes him look bad and it makes her look even more immature. But we're talking specifically for a mature audience. All right. Why? Because it goes back to high school. This is the type of woman that he always wanted. Now, on her end, why do she continue to disrespect him? Because this is not disrespect to her. This is, I really didn't want you. You're going to let me do what I want to do. That's what this is. That's what a lot of you guys have to understand that. Deep down in Russell Wilson's heart, he knows I'm not her type. And this is what a lot of guys in relationships are going through, is that you simp so hard to get the woman, right? The more you simp and the closer you get, you think the simping's working. But the more you simp, the more you get closer, the more you're like, I really hope she don't come across her type. So to keep her from falling for her type, let me spoil her even more. And that's what he's doing. He's paying her to stick around when it's all said and done. So all this flaunting around and let's see the ass and let's see her looking naked, that's him telling guys like, look at what I'm going home to, buddy. Look at what I'm going home to. You guys can't get that. Best believe, with him being a simp, he thinks her walking around like this makes him look cool. But the people on the outside looking in know it makes him look weak. This is why a lot of simps get played. And a lot of men outside of Sigma Nation, this is what happens to them. This is why you get your heart destroyed. It's because you placed her on a pedestal that devalued you. Now, this is where you get the clippings of her getting her back blown out while her boyfriend calling the phone, or guys walking in catch them, or she texting another dude. Why? Because he's placed her on the pedestal and he feels as long as this woman is next to him, then he still holds the power. But he ain't realizing, no, she holds the power because she devalued you. Look at Steph Curry. His wife's the same way. Everybody respected Steph Curry before Chrissy got out there and said that she wants attention from other men. Once she said she wants attention from other men and Steph Curry was okay with that, it made him look like a simp from the jump. So you have to understand that a lot of these guys feel like as long as I have a pretty woman that other guys want, I'm happy. It makes me valuable. But she's just advertising for someone else. Let's get to the rest of the clipping here. He says, as people begin to buzz about the star-studded Vanity Fair Oscar party, one user proclaimed that it was kind of wild that Ciara decided to start embracing sexuality as a married mother of three. And she's right. One user proclaimed, let's go to it. One user proclaimed that Ciara, right, why would she start doing this if she's a mother of three? It's simple. It's simple why she's doing it. Menopause. She's going through that phase of her life. You got to realize she's up there in age. Even though they can spend all these hundreds and thousands of dollars on cream and diets to make them look good, their body is still functioning from the age. Her insecurity levels are starting to increase, especially after having 3 kids. She feels devalued. Women are never satisfied. That's why it's very crucial that you do not end up in a relationship with a woman who keeps her face in the phone, who keeps her face on Instagram, who always has to post, because she's going after a different type of happiness. And that's what Future said. Future said They said, Future, why did you get a divorce? He said, Ciara wanted to live a celebrity lifestyle, a reality show lifestyle. She wanted the relationship to be all over TV. She wanted all the attention. And he told her he didn't want all the attention. He just wanted to keep it music and keep it going. But she wanted all the attention. Here comes Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson didn't even know at the beginning that this was going to happen. But Ciara did. Ciara knew at some point she'll be able to do this and get away with it because she knew going in the relationship, he was gullible to it. This is why you have so many guys that are in relationships with married women and they can't figure out how to satisfy the woman. Why? Because women typically marry the guy that's going to allow them to get away with anything and he not leave anyway. That's what it is. Women aim to marry a guy that if they decided to do whatever it is they want to do, he's not going to leave her. That's the most of the reasons why they get in relationships. And Ciara knew this, but being a mother of 3 looks bad on people with common sense. But low self-esteem women, this is empowerment to them. That's the sad part. Why is it empowerment to them? Because most girls are not happy with their body. They're not comfortable with their body. So when they see other girls expressing their body out, they're like, oh my God, it gives me confidence. It's just like me. When I show my fat stomach and stuff, a lot of fat dudes out there, they're like, hey, Anthony Spade, we like you because you're willing to show you're fat and I'm not, I'm insecure. Right, okay. It's the same thing here. When girls see Ciara looking like this, right, they're proud of her because they're not confident enough to do it. So the girls that are not confident enough to do it are going to be the same ones that promote it. It's the same thing with a guy. If you see a guy out here expressing their flaws or they're being confident in that way that you want to, you're going to back them up as well. So she has a backing system that gives her the confidence to do it. All right, next, Paris. Big shout outs to Terrell Torrance. He says, Spade, what do you think about Andrew Wiggins' situation? His girlfriend cheated on him with his best friend. Ooh, you know what we're going to do? Because I'm going to be up here today. I ain't got no pen next to me. Somebody remind me of the Andrew Wiggins situation. We're going to dig into the Andrew Wiggins situation, and we're going to break that down. Big shout out to Terrell Torrance. So I'm definitely going to explain it to you. It's just that I've heard about it, but I haven't read about it. So that's something that as soon as I get done going over the Ciara situation, we'll go ahead and look into the Andrew Wiggins situation, all right? Thanks for bringing that up for me, bud. We're definitely going to get to it. So stay watching the live, and you're going to see my response. All right, Paris Alpha says, having 3 kids and a husband, then deciding, yeah, me starting to embrace sexuality is kind of wild. Ciara definitely missed the train, arguing with Rihanna. Too late being showing your ass, your music not selling. Woo! So Paris the Alpha is a woman. She's saying that what she's doing is trying to compete with Rihanna. Because Rihanna just had a baby. Rihanna just did naked stuff. Rihanna just did the Super Bowl. So that's what she's saying is that you're missing it. You're trying to catch up with Ciara with Rihanna, and you can't compete with Rihanna. She is right. And the reason why she can't compete with Rihanna is because Rihanna's situation came in different. You and Russell Wilson, you shouldn't even be out here at this point. Like, y'all shouldn't be out here still trying to get attention. Your day is over with. Rihanna disappeared for a very long time. And when she came back with A$AP Rocky, who was coming off of getting out of jail. He had things going on with him. Everybody was anticipating Rihanna in the first place because she hasn't been out here like that. But Ciara's been embarrassing Russell Wilson for the past damn 5 to 6 years. Poor guy. And the thing is, he don't even think he's been looked at as a clown because they have so many people with hypnitis around him, he don't even realize what he's doing wrong. He got those people around him. It's like, Russell, you're a good guy. Don't listen to the gossip, man. You're the best guy out there. You know what I mean? You're taking her on. You're raising her kid. You're doing that. You're the good guy. But your wife's naked. You know, it's all cool. Why? We live in a sexual liberated. So what I am going to do is, for the young lady, I had to switch it around. You guys know copyrights. So for the young lady that did say that Paris and Alpha 22, that Ciara has hit the mark, you're right. So, Ciara, you look good, sweetheart, but we're going to have to give you the period. You missed the mark. The reason why you missed the mark is because you're too old to be up here doing this when people already look at you differently. If you're going to be a mom, be a mom. Don't be a mother of 3, and now girls with mothers of 3 feel like they can walk around like this. Ladies, it is not cool for you to sexually liberate yourself in order to feel confident because you're feeling insecure every time you look at Instagram and every time you look at other girls, you're feeling low because they're giving you a different standard. Your titty may not be big enough. That's just like in Miami over the weekend. I kept saying to myself, what is this new duck mouth look? Every girl out there had a duck mouth look. It's like this. Like where they went and got fillers in their lip and their lips were looking like a duck. Like all the girls out there had that. Like it's a shame what the women are doing because they're looking up seeing Ciara, a mother of 3, and they're like, hey, we can do this. We can do that. We can look sexy, have 3 kids and a beta male husband. There's a difference. A lot of these beta male husbands ain't got Russell Wilson's money, which means that they ain't got the money to pay for the makeup. They don't have the money to pay for the chef, to pay for the body, to pay for any of that. They're just regular girls with stretch marks thinking that they gonna pull this off. That's the biggest delusion of it all. All right, and let me see what else we got to say. And that's about it, man. We know about them. Well, we have some fans defended her. It says Ciara has been embracing her sexuality. BET banned the Riot video from the network because they thought it was too sexy. Right, Ciara's always taking it to another extent. Like she's always taking it to a level that's far past what, like it's kind of like you don't have to do this to get the same look and the same respect. Like you had it going. You had a nice simp that was raising your kids. What you're doing now is just really showing people I'm taking advantage of him. I could do what I want to do. I have no respect for him. It's all about me, 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 me. And trust me, in that Hollywood world, they've convinced him that, yes, you're supposed to just go along with what she says. Why? Because it goes back to the high school. He's not used to being with women like this at all. That's his biggest problems. All right, now people saying Andrew Wiggins. Is that what we're going into next?